Good morning and welcome to Distracted Thoughts. I'm Aaron here with my friend Dathan. Dathan, how are you this morning?
Good, man.
Good.
I'm okay. Try to move this a little closer here. I'm okay. I'm still full from a meal I ate 12 hours ago. So that is it's hard when you wake up and you're like, oh, why did I do that to myself?
Yeah. You definitely get those things that affect you long term. Before we started, you were talking about pizza and things like that. I love pizza. I love the taste of it. I love especially good pizza. But I can only have it like once a month because it tears me up.
Same.
Same.
I found though that I can go to like mod pizza.
Yeah.
Doesn't have any effect on me.
Really?
If I get it with their like if I pick certain things and I don't get their house sauce, I get like a olive oil style sauce or something on there. And or even their white sauce. It doesn't affect me at all. But if I get pizza from your standard pizza place, any one of them, it doesn't matter who, it's greasy, it's mass-produced commercial toppings, it's
full of the
salt.
preservatives.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It does not agree with me.
It's funny, you think about myself, as a teenager, man, we would just wolf that kind of shit down.
Dude, I ate pizzas by the box.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
Yeah, when we were in, as soon as I moved out into a house with my college roommates, it was three guys, and then we had a couch surfer that lived there for 7 months, slept on the couch.
Yeah.
Good friend of ours through high school, but he was there pretty much almost every night.
Right.
But our agreement was that you buy the pizza when we order pizza, and you can crash here anytime you want, right? So
he ended up spending more on
way more. So he ends up getting a credit card. 18 years old, got a credit card.
Yeah.
And every time he ordered, and it was Domino's because they were right down the street, Domino's, he put it all on the credit card. A year after we moved out of that place, we were sitting around one day talking, having lunch, catching up. He's like, I'm still paying for that credit card. I was like, what? He was like, in the first 6 months of having that credit card, he put $8,000 on just Domino's. So much so that he would call Domino's and they would say, hey, Adam, you want your regular tonight?
Wow.
If he said yes, and we always ordered at the same time. If he said yes, within 9 minutes, the pizzas was they had to be pre-cooking them. You can't cook a pizza and have it delivered in 9 minutes. 9 minutes, less than 10 minutes. It was crazy. We ate so much Domino's pizza that year, or those 6 to 7 months that he was staying with us. It was insane. But he ordered 4 to 5 times a week.
Wow.
So, but never affected me. Could eat it all the time. Yeah. Never had an issue with it.
Right. Then you get to a certain age now, and I mean has the food changed?
I think it's a little both.
A little both. Yeah.
I think of course our bodies doesn't process things like it used to, but let's be honest, food ingredients nowadays are shit.
That's true.
I mean, they are. I mean, the even like the sizes and the stuff they're putting in them to stretch food longer and to make it last longer, and the preservatives have gotten worse, and everything about it. I mean, there's places you can look up, like if you take like even like Lay's potato chips, right? Yeah. You look at Lay's potato chips from 1990 and look at all the ingredient list and what it had in it, and you look at Lay's potato chips nowadays. There's almost double the amount of ingredients. It's a freaking potato chip.
Right.
Almost double the amount of ingredients. It's got more calories, more saturated fats, more everything, and more sodium, all this stuff. And it's less in the bag, and it's 4 times as much.
That's crazy.
It's absolutely absurd. And almost all food is that way. I was watching yesterday, a video of this guy. He's a chef. Been a chef for like 30 years.
Yeah.
And he it was for Labor Day. He was doing a cookout.
Right.
And he went and he bought black Angus beef, 80/20, right?
Yeah.
$10.80 a pound on sale. Okay, ground beef.
Okay.
He brings it home to make hamburgers.
Mm-hmm.
And he was showing that he had made the hamburgers and cooked them. And he said it even smelled funny when he was cooking. It didn't smell like beef. He said, I've been a chef for 30 years.
Yeah.
And he was showing on video that after they were cooked, he could just crumble them.
Almost like sawdust.
Almost like sawdust. He's like, this is not the consistency of beef. He goes, what are we eating?
Yeah.
He said, this is crazy. And I will tell you that we realized that a long time ago that the ground beef you buy in the store is different.
Oh, yeah.
So we started buying a big chunk of beef. Mm-hmm. And then we bought a grinder and just do it at home. You know what I mean? And the beef was so much better.
Right.
But
well, that's one of the things. Like that's one of the things we don't buy in the grocery store ever. There is enough. Again, we live rural enough. There are enough local options. We generally will go to actually, funny, Megan and I were just, you are popular. Somebody wants to talk to you.
I don't know what's going on. I'm going to make sure this is an emergency.
Yeah.
Something's not happening here.
Yeah. See, that's the third time I've heard it.
This is going to sound weird when I say this. It's your sister texting me.
Well, it does.
Okay, for context, his sister just bought a business of mine, so she's up this morning trying to get things finalized. But the way that came out, that was a little weird.
In other contexts, yes, absolutely, that sounds a little strange, but no. No, I get that. I mean, so yeah, like we go. Meg and I actually were just talking as we're getting ready to move into our house. We're like, oh yeah, we need to get our name on for a local raised beef because it's quality. Because when for exactly that, you go to the grocery store and you buy what is quality. Like you said, this guy bought Angus beef, supposed to be the best, $10 a pound, and it's crap. And it's just. Because the label, truth in advertising, all that. But unless somebody complains, they can get away with it. They can do whatever they want.
They can.
I mean.
As long as they pass the specifications they have to pass.
And
those are very gray areas.
Oh, dude. Having worked, I worked for a big food manufacturing company, long time ago, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and I went to visit the factory and finding out some of the acceptable ranges of garbage, literal garbage, bug parts, feces, things like that could end up in your food, and it's okay.
It blows my mind that there's an acceptable amount.
Yes.
At all.
Yeah.
Like, if you detect it, it shouldn't be an amount.
Yep.
I mean, but the acceptable amounts on some of that stuff is high.
Yep.
High.
I would imagine in some cases it's even higher now. That's funny because that's actually one of the things, with administration changes politically. That's actually one of the things I'm the most okay with is get our food back to simple foods.
Yeah.
Get it back to just, hey, it's sugar. I don't want a 12-syllable word for something that's just simple. And yeah, sugar comes from lots of different places. There's a place out in Washington that grinds beets for sugar. The sugar cane is obviously more expensive. There's other places to get that kind of stuff. But if you have to chemically alter it to use it for me to eat it, my body probably shouldn't have it.
That's it. That's it. And that's what honestly has me feeling like crap.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to sound like that's that time of the month and I'm a woman, but I'm swollen, I'm bloated, I'm not getting good sleep.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's because I've kind of let myself go with what I eat.
Yeah.
I'm not as a strict a routine anymore.
Right.
I got to where I was pretty strict on what I was eating. Not super strict, you know what I mean? It's not like I wouldn't go have a hamburger somewhere.
Right.
But it was one of those things that when I make my plate for dinner, I wouldn't eat seconds. I would make a smaller portion.
Right.
I would, if we were out and about and we went out to eat, I wouldn't get the greasiest, biggest thing on the menu. I would get something smaller. Yeah. I would get something with less. You know what I mean? And it's just the little things like that that just help. And, here lately, I just haven't been doing it.
Right.
That's one thing when we travel, because we're about to start doing that again. When we travel, I actually end up eating better because a lot of the times we're in areas that don't have food readily available because we like staying off the cut in places.
Right.
So
right. Off the cut?
Off the cut, yeah. You
never heard that term.
Yeah, it's a Southern thing. I don't know what it stands for or why it's there.
Yeah. Oh.
But I'm pretty sure it's got something to do with the cut. Like they cut through fields and stuff like that. So off the cut means off the beaten path, not on the regular path.
Out in the boonies.
Yeah, the cut is like what they've cut through a path through.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's a new one.
Off the cut.
Okay. No, and I get that. So, I mean, Megan and I our living situation, wherever our head lays is where we sleep for the night, essentially, between here and our camper or whatnot. And so we don't have a full kitchen. We don't have things like that. And I think you're right. We're putting in some pretty good work, but man, I'm tired a lot. And a year ago, I was going to the gym regularly, eating, we would eat. I actually feel the best when I eat a combination of, whole foods, carnivore, keto, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't do well, which is probably, why pizza doesn't do me well. I don't do well with breads anymore.
I don't either.
My gut doesn't like them, the bloating, the swelling, the achy joints.
Yep.
But we've been doing all this work, and I'm not recovering. I'm having a hard time actually getting better. Funny. So last night, actually, Megan sat down she actually came into the office, and we have a little 2-burner cooktop thing, and it was the end of the day, and she came in and decided that she wanted to cook a meal because we're tired of that kind of stuff. She went down to the bread place, that Chop a Chicken, got a nice thing of their fresh sourdough. It's good bread. It's home, basically homemade. And she made soup last night. And even my son, James, was like, he cheered. He's like, because even for a 17-year-old boy, he was like, I'm tired of the quick meals. He's like, I want a home cooked good meal.
Yeah.
And so she made, we had a soup and sourdough bread for dinner last night, and it was good. And funny, I feel a little bit better today. I was full last night, clear, and I'm okay. I feel better.
Yeah, the carnivore I love.
Yeah,
I absolutely. I've done the carnivore for a little bit. I love it. It's just it is time consuming.
Yeah,
because I don't like I love steak, but I don't like steak after it's been frozen. I don't like steak after it's been frozen. I can tell if a steak has been cooked if it's been frozen beforehand. Huh. I'm so weird like that. So if I'm going to eat steak for the day or 2 days, I'm going to go buy all the steak I'm going to eat over the next 2 days, and I'm going to leave it in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
And then I'll cook it,
as you eat it.
As I eat it.
Right.
But I don't like. I mean, and some are a little different, but I can tell when a steak is frozen. Now, maybe it's, and people might hear this and think that's kind of crazy. Maybe it's the way I thaw it out. Maybe because I usually just leave it on the counter or whatever,
the way we thaw
and throw it out. But it to me, it seems like it gets a little tougher after it's been frozen, and it pulls some of the flavor away from it. So, because I'm not a big putting a lot of seasoning on the steak.
Salt and pepper.
That's it. I do. I have started using this stuff called this Kinder stuff. Oh, yeah. But it's really just salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic salt is all it is. It's got like 4 ingredients.
We have some of the Kinder for like a barbecue, but we generally use it for chicken.
Yeah. We've got some we use for chicken too. So
yeah.
But we've got that, and I mean it's only got 3 ingredients in it. So I mean
it's pretty simple.
It's just already pre-mixed is all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, so the carnivore diet takes a lot of time for me. And here lately, it's been so freaking hot that I haven't wanted to cook anything in the house.
Well, it's hot. It's smoky.
Dude, like I said, it was yesterday. It got up to 98.
Yeah.
The highest temperature I've seen was 98. And it was really smoky outside yesterday. So I didn't want to go outside and cook on the grill.
Yep.
And I didn't want to cook inside to heat the house up because, you know, I mean, we live up in the north. So it's one of those things, we don't have like central heating air in most places, or central air in most places.
Your house was built, I mean, it's North Idaho, man. We'll have a month like this.
Yeah.
So nobody's house.
I mean, next week, I think next Wednesday is the high is 80.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, it's as of today, I mean, today's the, 3rd or 4th of September? 4th.
Yeah. 4th.
Of September, right? You know, a month from now, we could have frost on the ground.
I know. We'll have our first frost probably a month from now.
Right. So 98 yesterday, and we'll be in the 30s in a month.
Yeah.
Lows, right? But like even now, it's only dropping down to the 60s. But yeah, that makes sense. Like, why would I want to heat up? It's already hot. We don't, this area, especially before, AC didn't make sense.
Yeah.
People didn't, it only gets hot for a while.
Yeah, that was us when we're from the South.
Right.
So when we started looking for houses to buy up here, nothing had AC. And
Right.
it kind of blew us away. We were like, what?
Yeah.
Like, there's no AC up here?
Yeah.
But then we realized as we moved into our house, we contemplated putting AC in it, and we're like, Now we have some of the portable units that you set up, and we store them in the winter. But but our biggest thing is my son. My son will get up, or not get up, but come into the kitchen at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, turn on the oven to cook him some tater tots, right? Heat up the whole house to cook him tater tots, and then go back to his room and close his door where he has a window unit inside there and sit in his cool room and eat it. And I told that boy, I'm like, you got to stop. You're going to sit out here beside the stove the whole time it's preheating, and then you're going to eat it out here in the heat. He's like, no, it's too hot. I'm like, what do you think? I don't want to feel it.
I might murder you,
I know, right? So, but yeah, food is circling back to food. Food is definitely changed. It is in some ways changed disgustingly. And I enjoy food. I enjoy good food.
Right.
And honestly, it's getting harder and harder to find good food that you don't make yourself.
Right. It's getting really, really difficult.
I mean, even restaurants, and I understand it. The restaurant business probably has to be one of the most difficult businesses to run and make money, especially when the economy is like we are right now.
Well, it has one of the narrowest profit margins.
The narrowest out of all. It's like a 3% profit margin, which is insane. And so they're trying to cut corners everywhere they can.
Right.
So they're buying cheap. They're buying cheaper, and the food's already been changed.
Yeah.
So they're actually buying the cheapest of the changed food to try to make it taste better.
Right.
So restaurants are now starting to over-season things because food doesn't have flavor, and they're starting to, and it's not fresh. So you go into a restaurant to eat, and it's mediocre most of the time.
Well, and if you go someplace that serves food of any quality, you're paying through the nose for it.
You're paying through the nose for crap food right now.
Well, that's true.
Much less for something with quality.
That's true. Well, I told you the story earlier.
Yeah.
Monday we took a drive with our kids. We generally go to there's a little home-owned, fast food place over in Troy. My wife loves the soft-shelled super tacos. It's nostalgia because we used to have one of them here. But it was the four of us. It was me, Megan, James, and Sophie. $82 for fast food. $82. I don't have anything crazy. Like I had fish and chips.
Yeah.
She had her soft shell super. I think James had a burger and fries, and he ended up having a shake, and I forget what Sophie had exactly. But $82.
Yeah.
And it's fast food.
It's not. Yeah, it's fast food. You're not at a fancy restaurant. You're not. I mean,
right.
And it even like our local place here, Mugsy's, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
A burger, fries, and I usually get them to go because I'm working in town or something, and I'll just go get it to go. But a burger and fries, no drink, you're spending $20. You're spending a $20 bill. It's like $18.90 or something like that plus tax.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a decent burger. It's not horrible. It's not the best burger I've ever had, but it's not horrible.
All right.
I get it a lot. So, and then the other day we went through like a Sonic drive-through, right?
Yeah.
I got a literal like Sonic #1 Sonic burger, fries, and a drink, and mine alone was $17.60. So I'm thinking, okay, for literally like $2 more, I can get one that someone actually cooked and prepared. It usually tastes a little better than it is. So fast food is not the cheap alternative anymore.
No, not like it used to be.
Not like it used to be. I used to be able to go through a Wendy's and hit up a $1 menu. Yeah. Get me like 3 junior bacon cheeseburgers, a thing of fries, and a drink, and I spent $5.
Yeah.
They used to have like I think it was Wendy's. It had the $5 bag or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You get
the $5 biggie bag.
Yeah. And you can't even do that. They don't even have dollar menus anymore.
No, it's value menu.
It's value menu now, and nothing's $1.
Oh, I was just saying, everything on the value menu is like $2-3 at least. And you get enough of them, and you end up higher than you were to start with anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nuts. So that actually made me think of some. So Megan and I, we were on our way out to do some stuff out at our property, and we didn't want to do fast food. We didn't want to stop again. We didn't, because here locally, what do we have? We have Sonic, we have Subway. You can go to the delis in one of the grocery stores, and that's really it.
Yeah, I don't even count Burger Express.
Right, yeah, no.
I don't count them at all.
So we were like, I'm like, okay, I can fix something, because like I told you, I have this secret hidden skill. But so I'm like, okay, let's stop at Super One. Let's pick some things up, but I'll fix it, because we're headed out to we got our camper out there. We got a little barbecue grill. Like, I'll fix something. So we stop in, we go to the deli section, and they had a couple of pork chops. So, okay, we'll grab those. And I know we have some, like Johnny seasoning salt. Mm-hmm. So grab the pork chops. I think we even grabbed one that was pre-seasoned. And then we went and walked through, and we grabbed one of those pre-bagged salads. Mm-hmm. They're actually pretty good,
Alexis eats them all the time. She gets them all the time.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, one of those pre-bagged salads. And then we like the instant rice, the ones that you can 90 seconds.
Like the Uncle Ben's?
Yeah,
I love them.
Yeah.
We keep them all the time at the house.
So we grabbed one of those, we grabbed a bag salad, pork chops. I did the math, we checked out. But we made that whole meal, good meal. Salad, rice, protein, filled us both up. And that whole meal was like $15.
Yeah.
For both of us. So it's like $7.
Yeah, if you'd have went through a Sonic drive-through here, you'd have spent $40.
Yeah, easily.
$38 probably.
Yeah. And so, and now granted, the ingredients for probably the rice, might have been, but still, the cost is
cost difference is insane.
Is nuts. It's just absolutely nuts.
We have grown up in a society where I saw somebody say something like this, and I'm not going to try to quote him, but we grew up in a society, people, me and you, your age, where it was convenient and cheap to do fast food sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was a convenience feature. Our parents did it.
It was a treat, too.
It was a treat. We didn't do it all the time.
Right.
So it became this convenience feature. And it became so convenient and embedded into us that we still think it's this convenience feature, when really, truthfully, it's way worse for us than we could ever imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Bank account wise and health wise.
Yeah.
And we've developed, I mean, we're in the era of, we grew up before the internet.
Yep.
We seen the internet launch.
Yeah.
And then we are after the internet. So we're that one weird generation that nobody ever else will know. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so convenience became part of our lives every single day.
Yeah.
And the convenience thing, I believe, is just kind of where it's like, our conveniences have gotten so expensive now. It's like, what in the world are we doing?
Well, I was actually talking to, I was talking to Caden DeRozier, Mike's son, right? He's a work as a local plumber. talking about that convenience thing and fast food. And Caden was telling me the other day that he was on a job site down in Sandpoint, and he DoorDashed to his job site. Talk about convenience. So he ordered DoorDash, got on his phone. He knew it was an all-day job. He literally ordered DoorDash to his job site. His own lunch, $43. What? I mean, Caden, how much do you make it? I'm thinking, how much do you make an hour? Basically, that's 2 to 3 hours worth of that day's job that you bought your lunch with for the sake of convenience. Well, how convenient is that, really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got the food delivered to your house, but holy crap, man, you could have stopped at a convenience store or could have, anything. But yeah. He literally DoorDashed to a job site, and he's 17, almost 18 years old. Like, the thought was like, holy shit, man, I can't even, because you're right, to us, that stuff and at that cost, no way. But to our kids, that's the way they live.
It is. Yeah, me and Alexis were somewhere the other day, and Garrett ordered, he's like, I want pizza, so I'm going to order my own pizza.
Yeah.
So, okay. So he calls in and he orders pizza. He orders just one pizza, and he called him back, and he was like, it was like $22. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, I thought they charged you for delivery. And I was like, did you tell him it was delivery? He goes, oh, no, I didn't tell him it was delivery. I was like, call him back. He calls him back, tells him it's delivery. It jumped to $34.
Yeah.
They charge $12 for delivery now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah.
It's a mile away. Mm-hmm. It's $12 to deliver it. Not including, they still want a tip when you get there for delivery.
Right.
You go pick it up in store, they don't want a tip.
Right.
They don't care about it. And I'm like, wow, you just went from a $22 pizza to a $34 pizza plus tip. So it was almost a $40
pizza.
One pizza for himself. And I'm like, good gracious. And he has no bills right now. He's making okay money working. Right, he's like, oh, it's just, it's $40. And I'm like, you are crazy. That mindset's going to change when you don't have money coming in.
Well, and that's, again, talk about that difference, the change and things like that. I give James a hard time because kind of the same thing. He doesn't have a whole lot of expenses. He doesn't have a whole lot of things, but he and I looked at his bank account. That boy spends more money on Sonic food because his office there, and we keep, like, if you were to go out in any fridge we have, there's generally lunch meat. There's generally, tuna fish, or because he loves tuna, like tuna fish, cheese, pickles, crackers, whatever. You can make something, but too lazy.
Yeah.
So has the convenience of this food industry all created some bad habits in our kids.
Some laziness.
So not only is it detrimental physically to the crap we're eating, but also some bad habits in, like I said, talking about Caden, talking about Garrett, James, they're developing some bad habits of like, it's just a thing.
Yeah.
It's
just a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are definitely bad habits. We talking about that DoorDash thing. My sister-in-law lives in Atlanta. And during 2021, all of Atlanta was shut down.
Right.
It's
a big city.
They did a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
She didn't leave. She works at home. She was working at home at the time. She didn't leave her house for 8 months. She didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
It's to the point, her car battery was dead when she went to go get in her car because she hasn't started it in so long. She had all of her food was DoorDashed. All of her groceries were delivered by one of the Insta things there.
Yeah.
Everything all of her medicines was getting delivered to the house. She had everything delivered and her son was homeschooled because the schools were closed.
Right.
She didn't leave the house for anything. She said between Amazon, Instacart, and DoorDash, I never left the house. She's like, for 8 months. She said, I had to learn how to put my makeup on again when I got ready, we started going back out again. She
That is insane to me. I mean, oh, man. You want to talk
I
about
would go crazy.
Oh, dude. I, and again, I think we were fortunate living here. I mean, well, you landed here just before all that kicked off, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you guys were here before that all kicked off. But you think about it, what a better place to end up.
Nothing changed, really. I mean, a couple restaurants for a couple months didn't have inside seating.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like 3 months.
Yeah.
Nobody enforced mask.
No.
Not a single person. I had to put a mask on one time during the whole COVID thing. It was because I flew.
Yeah.
I had to fly somewhere, and I had to wear it on the plane.
Yeah.
That was the only time I had to put a mask on the whole time. Yeah. I went into one store in Sandpoint that told me I couldn't be in there if I didn't have a mask on. I turned and left, and it was Big Five.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let me come in with that one.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. I'll go down to the next store. You know what I mean? But life didn't change really.
No, it didn't.
You know, I still got up and went to work every day.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, out of that, we still got all the online conveniences. Like your sister lived off of all these things. We still ended up with all the online conveniences. And I think they are leaching in.
They are.
Well, like I said, you look at, well, DoorDash, Grubhub, all those kind of things, all these delivery services, the pickup, you know, the shop and pick up. Funny. Talking about shopping online. If you ever order online and you want bananas, you have to specify how many bananas you want. Because we ordered bananas once, you know, we're just trying to do a quick order and put one, not one bundle, one, and we got one banana.
That's hilarious.
So, yeah, lesson learned, right? Lesson learned.
Give me one banana. I'm sure the person packing it was like, what? Okay, one banana.
Yeah, right. You know, but some of those things have, like I said, leaked out. We didn't really need it. You know, the online school thing was here, but not really. And now, well, you said James, senior in high school, he doesn't have to go to school. He's off this week because it's the first week of school, but the rest of his classes are all online. So he's going to work full time, essentially. He's going to work 4 days a week, 8 to, not quite full. He's going to work like 32 hours a week. He's going to work 8 to 4. 4 o'clock, he gets off, has football practice at 4:30, and then he'll do his schoolwork on Fridays and Saturdays or in the evenings. But that's because of the conveniences of that stuff. But also, it has trained him to order food online and become reliant on all these other things. Like I said, you know, I feel like you. I feel better today, but the last few months last few weeks, I felt like shit. And I know it's because of the things I've eaten. I also don't know what's in my food.
Yeah. That's why I feel the way I feel today. I mean, I went out and we had lunch out yesterday, and it was Mexican. Yeah. And then last night we went to Froyo Mama and had ungodly amount of toppings and ice cream. And then I literally ate half a bag of chips and salsa last night, sitting down at my computer. Yeah. You know what I mean? I ate like crap yesterday, and I'm paying for it this morning. Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel it. Yeah. And, you know, I'll probably maybe even fast today just to get kickstart off, and then I probably want to start doing the carnivore again. It's just so good.
Well, it is.
And when I do carnivore, I do like eggs and
me too.
You know,
me too.
I do. If it comes from an animal, I do. Yeah. You know, I'll drink milk.
I don't drink milk because I had so much milk as a young person. James drinks like a gallon of milk every 2 days, which is I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. But when I was a kid, we had milk cows. I drank so much milk, and now I
don't care for it.
I
huh?
just don't care for it. Like I said, had so much. Well, it goes with the. I didn't eat peanut butter for so long because we were broke. We didn't have a lot of money, so we always had peanut butter, peanut butter sandwiches, maybe peanut butter and honey, peanut butter and jelly, and it was homemade jelly, But dude, I wouldn't eat peanut butter for years because it was like I'm poor, I'm broke again. But it's it is the craziness of it. I'm with you, except I don't frozen steak. We'll buy half a cow.
Yeah.
We got a freezer. They do a good job with it. And generally we still cook it, salt, pepper. Maybe, like I said, we'll use Montreal seasoning, but that's about it. And I will eat a steak, and dude, and I know lots of people are like this. They won't eat leftovers. They won't eat, fry it up. They won't eat it the next day.
I eat leftovers all day long.
Yeah, I know. I mean, people that won't, dude. I'll fry up a steak. I'll pull it out of the freezer. I'll pull it out of the fridge. If it's been cooked, I'll pull it out of the fridge cold and chew on it the next day. It's good to me.
I love leftovers. Leftovers was what I ate growing up, and my mom was always cook pretty much, and so I ate leftovers all the time.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Just kind of threw me. So, what did your mom or your grandma call when there was all kinds of leftovers? What did your mom call when she made a meal with all that stuff? What did she call it?
Oh man, I haven't thought about that in a long time.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. There was, depending on the year.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was leftover stew.
Yeah.
And she would put it into like a soup stew thing.
Yeah.
And then she didn't call it like one particular thing, or it was just leftover whatever.
Yeah.
She'd make leftover casseroles.
Yeah.
I have had spaghetti layered with country fried steak with gravy on top of it with cheese.
Yeah.
And people were like, that is disgusting. Don't knock stuff till you try it. But we also had a family of my father, me, and my brother. We had 3 boys. There wasn't a lot of times there was a lot of leftovers. There was usually just enough leftovers, even though my mom cooked so much, for my dad to take lunch the next day.
Yeah.
So that didn't happen super often.
Right.
It was maybe once every month, every 2 months.
Yeah.
She'd do something like that. But most of the time, between my dad taking it for lunch or one of us getting into it the next day, it was gone.
Yeah.
So in our house, my mom always had a rule: you eat the leftovers before you make something new.
Okay. All right.
So the leftovers didn't go bad.
Right.
Except for that one Betty Crocker tub that would always get stuck in the back that my mom would use for
yeah,
and then you go looking for butter one day and think it was butter and open it up and go
oh, Cool Whip. In my grandma's house, it was Cool Whip. It was a Cool Whip container that would end up with like leftover vegetables in it. That's you open it up and they're starting to change colors. What color was this before? It was corn. This corn is green.
This is not green corn. My dad used to take the Cool Whip and the margarine containers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When he would go fishing, he'd clean the fish, gut them, dehead them, scale them, everything, and he would freeze fish. So he would put them all in one of those buckets, like brim or whatever, and he would fill it with water and stick it in the freezer.
Oh,
and let it freeze, and you just take that, and then next time you wanted fish, because sometimes he'd catch 60, 70 fish, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he'd freeze them, and then the next time you wanted fish, you just pulled it out and let it thaw, and you had fish,
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So, but sometimes you'd open our freezer, and there'd be stacks. Oh, Dad's been fishing lately. It'd be stacks of. None of those are what it says on the outside of it.
Yeah, so, you absolutely have to be careful with that stuff. Yeah, for us, my grandma would call it, and it didn't matter what it was, slumgullion.
Slumgullion. Oh.
Yeah, so it was it would be the leftover, there's just a little bit of peas left, a little bit of corn left, maybe a hamburger or two. And then she'd throw in some fresh potatoes and maybe some tomatoes, and she'd make some kind of a stew or soup out of it. And it was always, and it was never the same.
Yeah.
But it was in our house. Grandma called it slumgullion.
Do you know, I didn't know what real shepherd's pie was until I was probably in my teenage years because my grandmother would do that. And she'd call it her shepherd's pie. It was always different. But it was leftover vegetables, leftover meat. It didn't matter what the meat was. It might be chicken.
Yeah.
And she would mix it with mashed potatoes. And it was usually a box of instant mashed potatoes she would mix up and make it. And because it was cheap. I mean, you get a big box of mashed potatoes for 99 cents or something like that. So she'd make this instant mashed potatoes and mix it all and put some cheese on top of it. And she would call it her shepherd's pie. And so my whole life up to I was probably 15, 16 years old, thought shepherd's pie was just kind of a mixture of whatever you had.
Right.
And then I ate real shepherd's pie at one time and I was like, oh, this is good. I know what to expect now.
These are real mashed potatoes. This is what is actually.
And now I love shepherd's pie. It's one of my favorite things.
You know, it's funny. I mean, even with that kind of stuff, even, you think I would take, Nathan, I would take one of those meals any day now over some of the crap that's out there that we eat now.
Yeah, I know, me too.
I mean, that surprise meal, but it was good whole stuff. The surprise meal that was, it was a mix of everything. And sometimes it went off and sometimes it was like, well, let's not do that again. But
we bought something we cooked the other night. We make something called tater tot stuff.
Yeah.
My mom makes it. She's been making it for years. My wife makes it now. Until I got married, I did not realize it was called actually just tater tot casserole.
Yeah.
My mother always called it tater tot stuff, and I thought she made it up. I was actually married for 2 years before my wife broke it to me and was like, this is just tater tot casserole. Anyway, we always have corn on the cob with it.
Yeah.
So I'm at the store, and Alexa's like, pick up some corn on the cob. So I pick up, I don't know, like 4 corn on the cobs in the husk, right?
Yeah, right.
I haven't bought corn on the cob and husk in a long time. Most of the time we get them from someone local, the corn man, Jim the corn man, or we get frozen corn and use frozen corn.
Yeah.
The kernels, so a corn kernel,
not
that big.
Yeah.
These kernels were like that big.
Oh.
They were so small on the whole cob. It looked like a regular until you bit into it, and the husk was huge, and the corn kernels were like. And I'm wondering if all this genetic modification, everything is just changing corn.
Yeah.
And we're just not used to it.
Well, corn doesn't look anything like what it did 150 years ago.
No.
Tomatoes, they're not the same thing.
No.
There are so many of those things that are just not the same. I got it. Another one of those thoughts. We're in harvest season. Everybody's starting to harvest their gardens. Have you been assaulted with a zucchini yet?
No, I haven't been assaulted with a zucchini in a couple of years actually. When I didn't even know that was a thing until I moved to this place. They're huge.
Dude, I mean, like...
I walked out. I was working for John Becker when he had a mechanic shop.
Yeah.
And it was, we leave our windows down. It was nice. And the guy beside him, Cedar Mountain Shims, Myron, is that his name? Anyway, his wife has a zucchini forest. And he thinks it's the funniest thing in the world to fill up a 5-gallon bucket of zucchini. And anybody who's got their window down, pour them into the passenger seat.
Yeah.
He doesn't even leave the bucket. I come out from work one day. I go to get in my truck. I look over, and man, I tell you what, some of these zucchinis were. Yeah. They were 12, 14 inches this big around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, zucchinis and squash.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I going to do with these? I had to take them home, and Alexis was like, I don't even know how to cook this.
Yeah.
And so she learned how to make, she learned how to roast the squash and do spaghetti squash.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Spaghetti squash is amazing. Yeah. But no, I haven't seen, I haven't gotten any. I actually have been missing it. I'd like actually some, but
I don't know what it is about the soil, the climate here, but
no, man.
The zucchinis here are ridiculous.
They look like a gourd, a gorge. They don't even look like a zucchini.
Yeah.
I mean, they're huge.
You go to the store and it's like this big, and here we grow them, and you're right. It's 12 to 14 inches.
Yeah.
Some of them up to, I've seen them as big as 2 feet long.
I seen one at the fair this year.
Yeah.
That was like this big. I can't even see my hands.
Yeah.
It was like this big. It was
Yeah.
huge. I was like, what in the world?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not like they do anything crazy. These are just people with gardens in their backyards.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know, that's one of the things. People don't do that kind of stuff. They don't, I mean, you get some, but people don't grow food like they used to either.
they don't, man.
You know?
I mean, they just don't. It's the convenience thing, like we talked about. It's too convenient to do it, and people, the higher powers of the world, have convinced people that it's bad, that it's safer to get it from the store.
Yeah.
We had someone visit us about our third year living here. She lived in Georgia. A friend of ours I grew up with. She's been raised in Georgia. Georgia's like a farming community. I'm not talking about Atlanta. I'm talking about like southern Georgia.
Right.
Well, we were getting raw milk. Mm-hmm. We were getting our eggs from someone. Yeah. Actually, we had our own chickens at the time. We were getting our own eggs. We had bought a half a cow that year. We bought a whole pig. Yeah. So our freezer was full. I mean, we had food, right? Yeah. We were getting grown vegetables from people. She refused to eat anything that we didn't buy from the grocery store. She said, that stuff will kill you. It is not safe. But she says, I will not eat a slab of beef that someone has grown this cow, butchered it, wrapped it, and handed it to you, and you put it in your freezer. I'm like, I couldn't even wrap my head around it. I was so blown away. And I thought, this is a one-off thing. Yeah. No, it is very, very, very common for people that don't grow up in rural areas to think that if they don't get it from the store, there are people who don't understand how they get the food that is in the stores.
No, I know. Yeah.
That blows my mind. Like, how can people be so oblivious?
I agree. It is absolutely, it's one of those I don't understand. The funny thing is, like, talking about buying beef or buying, like we do the minimum required safety injections. You have to treat them for some stuff, otherwise viruses and whatnot. But otherwise, it's clean.
It's clean. It is the best beef you will ever have.
Right. And for people to, oh no, I wouldn't buy it unless it goes through the store. Okay, what did people do before? And now I understand. It's funny. Watching Meg and I'll watch some documentaries every now and then, and we actually watched one about especially city folk, in turn of the century back then, before they had country people weren't getting sick because the food was available. It was, that was there, right? Mm-hmm. And so they got it fresh. But shipping into these urban centers, meat would be old. Mm-hmm. Things would be, and that's what's
bacteria in
it, things like that. And so, I can that's why we have a lot of the safety precautions we do now. Not for us, not for living in communities like this, because we don't really need it. We're getting it fresh. Mm-hmm. We know how to treat it, but it was for people living in urban areas because they didn't have the ability to store meat long term or store things long term. But all of that, I said, you're coming to a place like this, like, dude, people kill wild game and store it and eat it. I mean,
that's something else she would never eat. She wouldn't eat it. We had a deer in the freezer that year, and she wouldn't eat any of the deer. We actually made spaghetti one night and told her we bought the beef from the store, and we actually made it with deer meat. She was like, "This is some of the best spaghetti I've ever had." We never tell her. It was an inside thing. We were like, you ate it. But it was just an inside thing. We were like sitting there trying not to laugh during dinner. But I mean, we have gotten so far away from self-preservation or self-awareness of where our food comes from that I don't know. It would have to take something major for it ever to go back.
Well, it would be something majorly catastrophic. I mean, I look at it and said, you feel a little off and you're like, okay, I need to adjust. And you know what to do, right? I also, like I said, we're almost done with the house. We're so ready. Meg and I've already talked, like when we're done, we're going to make some adjustments. But we have those options. And I but people aren't necessarily educated in it too. They don't necessarily see or even want to. Working in the medical field, yes, counseling, but medical field, like it's no wonder people are sick. It's no wonder people feel like crap.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, one comment I made to you as you came in, what'd I say? Dude, that's the quietest you've ever come in. You weren't your upbeat, normal, jovial self walking in. Like, I literally almost got up out of my desk to come check and see if it was actually you. Because I'm like,
yeah.
Normally I get it's a good morning or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like, you came in the door and I'm like, okay. I mean, that's literally the first question I asked you. All right.
Yeah.
Because food does affect us.
It does.
Things like that do affect us. And Dathan, could you imagine the way you feel doing this for weeks and months and years?
No, I couldn't. I mean, I've just had a couple weeks of not eating great, and I feel it. I can't imagine doing it for years and it just being the norm.
Yep.
Because that's what it would become. It would become, oh, I just feel bad.
Yeah.
I got to go to the doctor because I feel bad all the time.
Right. Right.
And
what pill
can they put me on to make,
what thing can they give me to make me feel a little bit better? No, maybe if you change the way you ate, maybe if you did something a little bit different, maybe if you ate a little bit cleaner or less.
Yeah. Yeah. Or less. I think that's my biggest thing is I enjoy food so much I'll eat more than I need of.
Yeah.
My eyes are always bigger than than my stomach is.
Yeah.
And I always do that. And I'm not a quitter, so I'll finish a plate. I put too much on there, I'll finish a plate.
That's actually been one of the hardest habits to break with our kids, and is our generation. Kind of the same thing. You took it, you eat it.
Exactly. You put it on your plate.
Yeah.
It's same with us.
Yeah.
I feel bad because my kids will be like, I'm full.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're going to sit there and you're going to eat that.
Yeah.
That's just
our
generation programming in us.
Yep. Now, it's like, okay, see, you took way more than you should have. Maybe next time we start with half. Mm-hmm. And I think that's helping them see the difference, but also not necessarily, because I'm with you. If I take it, I'm going to eat it all.
I know. It's ingrained in my head from my father going, you better finish that, you better clean that plate.
Yeah.
Yep. And it wasn't like a mean thing, it was just what you did.
Yep.
You sit down to eat, you didn't get up until you were finished with your food, and you made sure all your food was gone.
Well, Megan has one of her cousins, and I don't know if she still does it or not, but one of her cousins, if you didn't finish your plate, that was breakfast the next day.
Yeah, we did that for a while with our kids, and I'm like, that is horrible.
Yeah.
Like, why are we because why are we doing this? Because why don't we have more fights with our kids, with our little kids, and arguments about food than anything else in the world.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Alexis about this today, and I was like, why don't we just not worry about it? We fix what we fix.
Yeah.
If they're hungry, they'll eat it. If they're not, they don't eat it.
Right. And you don't necessarily feed into like, hey buddy, I'm not going to give you a snack. This is what we had.
Yeah.
If you want it, it's available.
And so we've kind of been trying to make that shift.
Yeah.
Because it's also, I don't want to ingrain in them that they got to eat everything that's in front of them. Because what if they're somewhere and they get served?
Yeah.
And it's a big portion. I don't want them to gorge themselves.
Yeah.
And then feel like worse crap because they overate.
Right.
Listen to your body. If you're full, you're full.
Yeah.
Now you're not full, and then 5 minutes later, you're going to be like, hey, can I have cookies? No, that's not the way it works. My kids have this saying, my dinner side's full, but my dessert side is actually not. Nah, I don't play that game, buddy.
Dude, I can hear Declan saying that all day long.
All day. My kids have been saying this since Addison was a little kid.
Oh, really?
Like, it has just been passed down throughout all of them. So I don't know where they got it from, but
they've learned it from each other. So, oh, man. I mean, yeah, food affects us all. Nathan, I think we're there, sir. I think it's about that time. So, final thoughts. What you got on your mind?
Food. I'm actually really hungry now. We've been talking about food this whole time. I don't really know final thoughts on this. It's just my final thoughts are I've got to be more aware of what I'm putting in my body.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing. I can wish all day long that food was back where it used to be, but
Right.
the real reality of it is not. So I'm gonna be more conscious about what I'm putting in my body. So
I agree with you on paying attention. We only get one. I can't change out for another body. I get this one.
Yep.
This is the only one I get. And you're a car guy. Man, if I want performance parts, then I should put performance fuel.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm putting crap fuel and expect good performance, I'm not going to get it.
Nope.
So pay attention, pay attention to what you're putting in, because like you and I today talking about it, man, my machine's running like shit and I need to do something about it, because I need it for a few more decades.
Yeah. Yep.
So with that, folks, conclude another episode of Distracted Thoughts. Thanks for being with us today, and we will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day.